welcome to Curry TV. Today I'd like to introduce you to Rasam, a South Indian, not Keralite, South Indian dish. It's a gravy and it's made with tomatoes. You can make this many ways, but this is an easy peasy piece of cake. So let me introduce you to all the ingredients that we need. Okay, I'm using about 3 tomatoes here, a quarter teaspoon of cumin, quarter teaspoon of black pepper, quarter teaspoon of turmeric, salt to taste, and for frying you would need mustard, red chili, curry leaves, and cilantros. Along with this, I'm going to be crushing the cumin, quarter teaspoon of cumin with 3 to 4 garlic and a couple of, depending on your spice level, you could add green chili. Since we are adding black pepper, you can, depending on your spice level, you can increase or decrease the number of green chili in this. And I have red chili on the side in case the tomato doesn't have enough sourness and enough the last bit of color. I'm going to be putting a teaspoon, a small teaspoon at the last stage when I'm frying the mustard and the red chili powder and curry leaves together. Depending on what type of tomatoes you guys use, you could, if you don't have enough sour in the tomato, you could use tamarind. It is always available on the Indian market. And to the final stages, we will be adding a pinch of hing, or it's called asafoetida. It's about that much. It's available either ground or whole. I prefer the ground because when you buy the whole, you have to heat it on a dry skillet, and getting into this paste is kind of hard for me. We need about 4 cups of water. So the first thing what I'm going to do is blanch the tomatoes. I don't like to bite into the tomato skin. I'm going to add the tomatoes in just for 10 to 15 seconds. You don't have to do this process. Now if you can see, look at this tomato. I've made an X on the tomato and the skin is already peeling out. So this is what we are looking for. I'm going to take the tomatoes out. This process is called blanching the tomato. There we go. And turn off the heat. Okay, I have blanched the tomatoes. I de-skinned the whole thing. Now I'm going to cut it into small cubes. That's the 3 tomatoes that we blanched. I cut them into small cubes. I'm going to crush the green chilies, the garlic, and the cumin together. And then finally, at the very end, I don't want this black pepper to be fine paste. That's why I'm going to add it to the very last. But I do want the cumin all crushed in well. About a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. Just eyeball it. My spicing agent is the black pepper. So this is how this looks like. As you can see, my black pepper is not all fine paste. It's just crushed. We're going to heat up the pan. And there's no oil in here, so I'm just going to dump all my tomatoes. My crushed green chili, black pepper, cumin, and garlic. And this recipe is kids friendly, so please do try them. It's not too spicy, especially during the cold season. This will help you open up all those sinuses when you hear that sound. We're going to add about 4 cups of water, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder, salt to taste. We're going to cover this and cook on medium to low heat for about 3 to 5 minutes. So we've been cooking this for a few minutes now, about 5 minutes for me. Let's check up on that. It's still on medium low heat. I'm going to crank it up a bit. I like this chunky. At this stage I'm going to check on this salt. I'm going to turn off the heat and cover and let it sit. On another pan we're going to do the fry. I did not add the turmeric juice into this because it's already pretty sour. So I'm just going to go straight into the frying. I have about a tablespoon of, I'm going to use a tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm going to heat up the pan just to get the spices going. So that's good. Oil is heated up. Quarter teaspoon of mustard goes in. Once that sputters around, I'm going to add 3 whole red chilies along with a couple of pinches of hing, asafoetida, and not even a quarter teaspoon of the fenugreek seeds. It's going to go in pretty fast, so I'm just going to prepare all this. I'm going to split this in a couple pieces along with few curry leaves. That's up to you. How much do you want to add? No problem. It is going to start spluttering pretty soon. I don't want to clean up. Here's a tip. Just let that sit. Be very, very careful at this stage. You don't want to get it on your skin. Trust me, I have done that. Been there, done that. Lowering our heat. In goes all the spices. It doesn't take so much time to fry all this. I'm going to turn off the heat. To this, I'm going to add a small teaspoon of red chili powder just to get the color going for my red rasam. The heat is already off. You're good to go. You're going to add all this in. You want to get all the spices in. Along with few handful of the coriander leaves. Mix it all in. Ah, it smells so good. My kids love this. I mean, this and a bowl of rice would go a long ways. Let's cover and we are done. I can do this. The garlic is just right. I'm glad I added 2 of the big ones and 2 of the small ones. If you like the garlic flavor, please do add more. But I think this is just perfect. I just need a bowl of rice. Real business. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Stay tuned for more videos. See you next time.